Hi, this is Kevin with Live and Local, and we're hanging out at That's Interesting. And we're here with Kirkland Middleton from Lafayette, Louisiana, right, Kirkland?
Yes, sir.
Kirkland, tell us why you're here.
Well, I'm here because I'm with my band, the Katchadourians. We recently released our first EP called Myopia on June 30th. It's 8 songs, all original. And we recorded it in 2 days at KRBS Studios, and it's out there for free on the internet. So
Tell us who the rest of the band is.
the rest of the band is our lead singer and bassist is Phil Philber, and on guitar and backing vocals, Rob Knox is there.
There's a couple of things I want to ask you. One,
Okay.
the name of the band.
All right.
Where did that come from?
Okay, so there are a bunch of fake stories out there about how the name came about, but the real reason is it was like November 26th or something last year. We had been writing music for about 6 weeks extensively. We needed a new band name because we formerly were in a band called the Beatniks. But we wanted to change that name because it was copyright infringement if we didn't. And so Phil watched this movie called We Need to Talk About Kevin, which is a BBC film. And he really enjoyed it and came back and said, how about the name of the Katchadourians? And we were like, sure. So we said, yeah, and went ahead and made a Facebook page and all that. And after it was all, after we were officially the Katchadourians, we went back and asked him why, and he explained that it was the movie and that it really spoke to him.
It spoke to him.
Yeah. He really enjoys it. I haven't gotten the chance to watch it yet, but I really need to.
You need to watch it.
Yeah, I need to get a feel for the reason why my band's named what it is.
Well, I'm on your Facebook page now, and I'm going to put a link on That's Interesting, and I will actually share it. Basically, it's Katchadourians for the people that cannot spell this. And it's the word "the" before that. I'm telling you this because if you go to that Facebook page, you will be able to actually download what?
You'll be able to download Myopia, which is the 8-song EP that we've recorded, produced ourselves, all that good stuff. It's out there on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and Bandcamp, and you can download it from Bandcamp, SoundCloud, or Reverb Nation. All the links are on our Facebook page. You can also find it on Reddit, I believe, and Twitter. All the links are on any of those websites, but the easiest way to do it is to go to our Facebook page, which again is just www.facebook.com/thekatchadourians.
Satchmo.com says y'all are an indie rock band. Is that true?
Well, in the words of Phil Philber, saying that we're an indie rock band is pretentious. So no, we're not an indie rock band. I don't really know what kind of band we are because anytime someone asks me this question, it really trips me up. I mean, we play music that sounds like indie rock to me, but then again, I guess that word doesn't sit well in Phil's stomach, and I mean, I don't know. It's whatever, but whenever someone asks me, I just say alternative because that seems to be like the go-to genre. So
yeah, I'm gonna say what I've heard some of the music. I just put some on a video and put it on Live and Local, and
right.
That's interesting too. And it's on YouTube. It was a show that y'all did at the Blue Moon Saloon, and I told you a while back what I thought you sounded like.
Right, like Not a Surf.
Yeah, there's a band called Not a Surf, and I don't know if anybody remembers them. I don't know if they remember that. They might remember the song "Popular" from, I think, probably around the mid-'90s. And I know the band, I think they might have went to Australia for a while, and then they came back shortly, and then made another album. They had another hit called Mother's Day that was really good. And I mean, the first album High Low
Yeah.
was probably one of my favorite albums, and right after high school and all the way between, and I'd still listen to it today.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely. I mean, I after you said that time at Cinco de Mayo, I went back and listened to him. I immediately put Popular on three of my Spotify playlists. I mean, whenever you said that, I mean, it really it made a lot of sense. I mean, from what I've been told, our music is really angst-driven and sounds semi-garagey and post-punk, and but energy-filled, one way or the other, you know. But we just really and truthfully, we just like playing music that comes to us in certain moments, because all the music that we write usually comes out of just jamming together, and just taking the best of, you know, whatever we make, freestyling, and take that and put it in a mold, you know, and work with it over time, you know, and it develops over time into a beautiful a piece that we're all proud of and we're comfortable with sharing with everyone. So that's really how our music's made.
how long did it take y'all to make these 8 songs?
These 8 songs probably came over a time period about 7 or 8 months. I remember about a year before that, before we recorded in February, we wrote our song Nearsighted. And one thing, a little fun fact, a tidbit about the album is you'll notice that we focus a lot on I. There's an I as the cover. That cover art has a pretty interesting story, but I'll tell that afterwards. But anyways, myopia is the medical term for nearsightedness, and nearsighted is the first song we ever wrote, and we like to close out our shows with it because it just feels right. And that came about a year before we started recording, and then you know, we just released it in June. So I guess it took about a year to come up, a year or 8 months or so to come up with all the songs and get them to where we were ready to record them for, you know, to be permanent.
Good. I mean, you guys have been playing music for a long time. How old are you?
We're all 17. I'm the youngest because Bill's birthday is in December, and Rob's birthday. Rob is older than me too. They both had their birthdays in the wintertime, and for a long time they held it over my head that they would be able to go to a rated R movie and I wouldn't. But it's okay, because now we're all the same age. We can all stay out past 11, you know, and go to as many shows as we want. It's fun.
I don't know how long it's been since I've heard that.
Yeah, man. All the technicalities, you know, they're really important on your 17th birthday. You got to realize what you're getting, you know.
So is it safe to say that some of the angst in the music that you're talking about is because you couldn't get into
a rated R movie? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, when I couldn't go see Slumdog Millionaire, I was so upset. It's like, they talk about how awesome it is on the Oscars and everything. I can't even go see the film. Like, what the hell am I doing, you know? And it makes me really mad and upset. And then I go and listen to punk rock and break some furniture and come back the next day. It's a new day, another morning, you know?
What kind of furniture did you break?
A lot of vases. You know, stuff that shatters real well. You gotta make you know, if you're gonna go and do something destructive, it may as well be really destructive and dangerous, you know. That way, at least you might have scars to tell about the story, you know. That's just my take on it. I don't know.
There's a lot of people that take it for granted every day, you know, rated R film, and the 8 of you, you know, it's definitely a change for me.
Yeah, anybody who's out there who's 17, who's older than 17, and hasn't taken a step back and realized what a privilege it is to be able to go and do basically whatever you want, especially see rated R movies. Just appreciate that. America's a beautiful country. Dude, I'm just saying, man, freedom is awesome.
No, it definitely is. It is, without a doubt. But You never know what you have until you are 17 again, and you cannot get into a race off the right?
That's true.
Yeah, and that's why I say people take it for granted every day, and anybody that's listening on Live and Local, I can assure you they take it for granted.
Probably so.
But I know this. I've heard y'all play. Y'all are good. And
Thank
y'all are
you.
also affiliated with another organization that was started. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we're affiliated with For Jeunesse Group, and For Jeunesse Group is a nonprofit that I, along with Matthew Bro of the New Form, and Jeff Fowler, Christopher Torian, Samuel Spar, the four of us came together about 6 months ago and solidified this idea and this belief that music should be readily available to any person, especially children, because we know how vital it is to have music education and to keep that part of our culture alive. And we thought that let me say this, last August we put on a music festival called Jeunesse Fest, because Matthew Bro and I woke up one morning in July and said that we thought that there should be a music festival that was made by kids for everyone, that should be free, and we should have every young band that doesn't get the chance to play pretty nice festival shows, get them together and have a nice 11, 12 band lineup and let them play, and it'll be free. And that was our initial idea, and 3 weeks later with $800 and I believe 11 sponsors, we were able to go out and make it happen. And we had 12 bands come out, I believe, and it was at BB's Patisserie, and it was just a great day. It was full of music. It's one day that I'll never forget, and it hasn't died at all. In fact, it's grown a lot, and we're going to be doing another Jeunesse Fest. We don't have a tentative date yet or bands, but all of that information will be released hopefully soon. But we'll have more information for that. And again, we also have a Facebook page for that nonprofit, and it's the number 4 Jeunesse, JEUNESSE group. And again, it's a nonprofit to teach music education, to have music education for kids. We put on events, connect musicians, and ultimately provide the tools necessary for kids that are interested in having a life involved in music to be able to achieve that goal and lead them on a path that will ultimately benefit them, not only for music, but just to lead a very healthy, happy lifestyle in general. So that's the idea behind that.
This is one of the reasons I brought it up, is because I've watched that evolve.
Right.
And, this is where I think a lot of people should listen to this, and they should understand it, because if 4 17-year-old kids in high school can wake up one day and actually put that on and make it happen, and go out and get sponsors and actually take care of the situation the way that they have, and they speak very, very wise about it, and they're not afraid to go out and make it happen, I think that a lot of people in this community can do the same thing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I believe the same thing. Yes.
I hear a lot of reasons, why people can't do stuff, and I think that this is a very good example. A guy that cannot get into an R-rated film can start a nonprofit, and they have their own festival with their bands.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I really appreciate that, and it's something we created because there was a need, and it's not to say that we don't have organizations here in Acadiana, that do take care of those needs and do provide some of those outlets. We just felt that we could make it more immediate and more specialized towards kids, because music industry here, from what I understand, is if you're under 18 or don't have a crowd that's at least 21, it's hard to get booked. But we're trying to make it to where it's not about the profit. It's not about how many drinks you sell. It's about giving kids the time and attention they deserve, because I know plenty of kids my age that write songs that are just as good as people that are 70 years old and have been doing it for 50 years. Sometimes it just doesn't necessarily matter what number you're representing, or what number is what we call our age, but rather just knowing that music is a form of expression, and that everyone can express themselves no matter how old they are, and that we need to acknowledge that it's important to hear people whenever they talk to us, and to listen to listen or look or pay attention to the artwork, and pay attention to how we feel as people, because that's what makes us human. And I think that forms of expression, especially music, is something that is ultimately beneficial to every man, woman, and child. Dog, cat, fish, plants, I don't know, microscopic organisms, energy in general, the sun. It's good for everything, man. That's music. Music is a universal good, and if there's anybody out there that would like to disagree with that, then
they can comment.
Yeah, they can definitely comment, man.
They can comment all they want. But I'm glad that you were able to have a voice for both of the things that you weren't expecting to talk about.
Yeah, no.
But I'm glad it came out, because it is a kind of a learning experience, because there's no one on the other side of this mic, that would not believe that you are really 17 years old, other than the fact that you said you couldn't get into already.
Yeah.
No. So, I think that's a great thing. And I know parents are supportive.
Oh, yeah.
I know that everybody I seem to meet in the 10 band spectrum, they're all also supportive. And when you have 10 bands, you have quite a few people that can actually get into a room with family.
Oh, yeah.
And, that is an interest. It creates quite a crowd.
Yeah, what's nuts, man, is I have a 78-year-old grandmother who came down. We were supposed to go up there this weekend to West Monroe, but she came down here with my grandfather Morris. He's 79, I believe. Yeah, so she's 78, and they both drove down because we couldn't come up there. And she came out to the show last night. It was 8:30 when we got started. We were playing Frankie's, so it was, even though we had a PA and we had a bass drum mic, and that was it. But it was still loud as could be. But she stayed out there for a good 45 minutes, and then that was cool, man. So it's really nice to. It's nice, and what's cool is that with the music, I don't feel like I have to shield myself in any way whenever I'm playing drums, or even if I write lyrics or sing a song. I don't feel like I have to really shield what I really think or really want to say or do that much. Even though my family is watching, I feel like they're going to support me, no matter they're going to support who I am, not just me.
Well, they don't want a broken face.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't want a broken vase, man.
Okay, we're gonna end it right there. I just want tell us what is one of your favorite songs off of the EP that you can actually go on their Facebook page. I am gonna share it. That's interesting. DATS interesting, and you'll see it there, and you'll be able to download it. But it says here it is. Pay whatever you want for it. You can pay nothing and check it out. We'll see you at PhD tonight. And it's the Katchadourians.bandcamp.com album Myopia. What is one of your favorite songs? If
I could choose one right now, I'm feeling Plus One Life. It's got a nice little groove to it, and it's a fun song to play, and it's got one of my favorite choruses, chants of all time. Well, it's not really a chant, but it's just a very strong. It's super angsty, so that's what I'm gonna say. But it's grooving, man. So I think you'll like it.
Kirkland, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Good luck in the future.
Thank you so much.
Such a pain in my ass. myself.